What's going on, team? Great Rising. Welcome to today's stream for August 14th for Thursday, end of the week. Alright, so as always, we're going to go through these pairs one by one, see what they've done, see what's left for us. AU gave us that third day push, gave us an inducement of the high. As soon as it gave us the inducement of the high, went back down, hit STP for the day, so AU's already done. AUD CAD did the exact same thing. Gave us that third day push to the top side, went right back down to the bottom, already hit STP for the day, so we could turn that off. Euro AUD doing the same thing it's been doing since Wednesday. Rejecting lows, going back high, rejecting highs, going back low, rejecting lows, going back high, rejecting highs, going back low, rejecting lows, going back to the top side. Right? We know that we were in this lower time frame zone of consolidation as well, where price was rejecting lows and rejecting highs, and price came back up. Right, so SCP already for EA is already done. ADR is almost hit as well. Once again, in this area, the only place I'm taking trades is if we get rejections of the lows going back up, or if we get the break of the highs, the retest to then continue. Right? Tuesday gave us a beautiful trade. Wednesday didn't give us anything. Today, Thursday, if you were up at during the Asia session going into London session, beautiful trades back from the bottom to the top side. Right, just rinse and repeat, people. It's the exact same trade. Every single time you hop on the charts, look for the same trades every single time. It'll be given to you. It'll be given to you. You just have to be patient and wait it out. There's no point in getting into a trade early. No point into getting into a trade late. Just gotta do what you gotta do, man. Rinse and repeat. So EuroCAD, we are in peak high territory. So EuroCAD, we're going to turn off. Euro USD, we are still trading at that higher high. All right, let's take a look at what we're looking for. We're looking for a 372 to happen. Right, where again, we're saying this is very low probability. Right. This is still a pullback. Could we technically go back up? So here's the problem with this. So this pullback is very steep. Now for a day like today, especially for Euro USD, where we have no news at all. Right? We do have USD news at 8:30. But that's it. That's the only thing we have left. I don't know. I don't see this moving where we're getting such a steep pullback to the downside and then we're going to go back up. I really don't see this happening. I thought this was going to happen throughout a period of a day and a half, where today we'll get price to go up. At the end of today, going into Friday, we're going to go back down. And during Asia session, London session, a Friday morning, we're going to get the pull back into the area to then go back up again to give us a 4-day variation back to the top side. We'll keep an eye on EU, but I'm not really interested in it as much right now. GA already hit ADR for the day, so we'll turn that off and we'll update it tonight. GCAD, we're trading in peak high territory, but we also have 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. We did open up with a gap, resets the trend, so could we continue to see price push to the top side? Absolutely. GJ gave us ADR for the day already. Alright, so we're already done with GJ for the day, and we'll come back tomorrow. GU gave us 2 days of rise, gave us a 3rd day push, and has just been consolidating. As soon as we got that push, we've been consolidating. So GU, going to turn that off, already gave us the move for the day. NZD USD already gave us STP for the day as well. Went all the way back down to the bottom. US 30. 2 days of rise. Sorry guys. 2 days of rise, looking for a 3rd day push. Again, price gave us a 3rd day high already, but price has just been consolidating. So we will go on to the next one. USD CAD, we're still stuck in this little zone of consolidation. USD ZAR still trading lower low, lower high, lower low. I'm not going to be trading those two pairs. Gold, right? Gold is still stuck in the zone of consolidation. This is not a break just yet, right? We still have the testing candle. That green candle is still a testing candle, right? Still touching the BOS line. And we're just literally rejecting highs, going back down. Gave us 2 days of rise on the third day, which was today, or which is today. Gave us that third day push, coming back down to the bottom, gave us a rejection. If price finishes on a rise drop or on a rise no net for tomorrow, we could expect price to do the same thing, go back to the top side, right? And again, we're still just in this zone of consolidation, right? Price is still moving sideways. STP for the day has been hit already as well for gold, so we could go ahead and skip over that one. Bitcoin already gave us ADR for the day. Already gave us ADR for the day. Still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. This could be a higher low still. Let's take a look at the higher time frame. Again, we are trading at the higher highs as well. Don't have a valid break of the 4-hour time frame. We don't have a break on the daily time frame. We gave inducement to the highs, so this could be the start of the downtrends that we wanted to start seeing on Bitcoin. And then oil still trading lower low, lower high, lower low. Price came to these highs as we talked about yesterday, bounced off these highs, coming back down. Looking for some engulfing candles. You have nothing on the 4, on the 1, nothing on the 30, nothing on the 15, nothing on the 5. This would have been a better structure if we would have had an actual candles close below instead of it just being wicks. I would have felt a little bit more comfortable saying that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, change of character, right? And this is the break of structure that we're looking for, which we still don't have a valid break just yet. We still want to see another candle, right? But this is where I would love to have seen break of structure, right? And this is where we have the 50 crossing below the 200. We would have the bounce off the 200 right here, take a trade here to go back down to STP for the day. We'll keep an eye on oil. Oil looks pretty good to keep an eye on. You have 2 days of drop, looking for the third day push back down to the bottom is perfect, right? It's doing exactly what it needs to do. Again, what I just want to stay very focused on as well is on the higher time frames, right? The fact that we were in a zone of consolidation and we got the break. So technically speaking, we're trading at a lower low, right? We got the break of structure. We're trading at that lower low, right? After the break, right? After the lower low, what are you looking for? You're looking for a lower high, right? We're looking for a pullback. So right now we're trading in a very tight space, right? Very low probability space on US oil, but that's okay. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll go back and forth, but for all the pairs, that's pretty much it. We still got, EU is still one that hasn't hit STP just yet. But as we talked about yesterday, again, the fact that price gave us this pullback, I'm not really expecting price to give us that third day push, and then US 30 is still just consolidating. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really gonna stay on and look at the charts. We have news in an hour, so unless you guys have any other questions, any other pairs you want me to go over real quick, we'll do that real quick. If not, then we'll be done for the morning and we'll be back tonight for the isolation session. Good morning, Mr. Albert. What's goody? What's goody? Yeah, Albert. Any questions? Any pairs you want me to go over real quick? Let me know. And again, this goes for everybody else watching. If there's anybody else, any questions, let me know. If not, we'll give this another couple minutes and we'll be done for the morning. We'll be back again tonight for the isolation session. I'm not really seeing anything on the charts that's too enticing for me to stay on for today. No questions for now? Alright, cool. Yep, you know my DMs, my Discord, obviously you could always post in the server as well. They're always open, so if you have any questions throughout the day, just let me know. But yeah, guys, if there's no other questions in the chat, if there's no other pairs you want me to go over real quick, then we'll be done for now, and we'll be back again tonight for the isolation session. Again, for me personally, um, I might not trade. The reason I'm saying might is because again, we still have a few setups that could happen. Again, we still have a 372 on EU, right? US 30 is still consolidating. We have news at 8:30. So I will take a look at the charts one more time after 8:30. As soon as that news hits, I'll know if I want to take a trade. If the news hits and nothing happens, then I think Trump is speaking today. I'm not sure. I think he's speaking at like 1 p.m., 1:30. So that's another thing, right? If 8:30 comes and there's no volume, if 9:30 comes and there's no volume, I'm not gonna trade. And again, there's only two pairs to look at. I'm not gonna sit here for another 3 hours staring at nothing. So, I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna do that. Not today. I don't feel like doing that today. I'm gonna be honest. But if anything changes, again, if I do see a trade, I'll let you guys know in the Discord. Hey, keep an eye out for this pair, and we'll go on from there. So if you guys haven't joined the Discord, make sure you guys join the Discord. I will post that link right now. Again, any other questions before we go offline, let me know. I'll give you guys till 7:10. So I'll give you guys another 3 minutes here. News is always after 15 minutes, right? Yeah, you don't want to take a trade 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after news, if that's what you mean. If there's an entry before, like for example, if you see an entry now that's a clean entry, you could take it. Place your stop loss, do everything you gotta do, and you could hold it through news. Again, if everything is looking good. But if there's nothing clean, if there's nothing crystal clear, then don't take a trade 15 minutes before news or 15 minutes after news. Alright, Albert. We'll see you later tonight, my brother. Again, any questions, feel free to message me. I'll be online for a little bit today. I think E comes to town too today, so I'm gonna have to go. I'm pretty sure I gotta go pick him up, so I'll be on until I gotta go do that later. But alright, guys, have a good rest of your day. We'll see you back tonight for the isolation session, and then again, any questions, feel free to message me in the Discord. Peace out.